Okay, the last video I have on factoring is factor by grouping. I left it last because some teachers and some books, some curriculums won't go into factor by grouping in Algebra 1. Sometimes they save it for Algebra 2. But just in case you see it in Algebra 1, let's talk about it. You're going to usually see how this is going to happen because there's going to be four terms. There is something where they can use three and you split up the middle term, and there's some things like that. But for this, you're usually going to see four terms. And what we're going to do is we're just going to say, boy, I don't really know. I'm looking for what's the same. Nothing's the same. There's nothing I can just pull out. So this looks kind of done to me. I'm not really sure where to go with this. When you see it, take a look at grouping, especially if there's more than three. And what you're going to do is you're going to find two of them that do have something you can pull out. This one I'm going to kind of break into two, and I'm going to treat this as two separate equations. So I'm looking at this one, x to the fourth plus 3x to the cube. Well, I can pull out an x cubed, okay? And if I do that, what's left over? Well, I have 4, I pulled out 3, I'm left with x, plus I had x cubed, I pulled out an x cubed, I'm left with a 3. I think I just hit my microphone. Sorry if I just scratched you. Okay, great. Now I'm going to look at this between the 4x and the 12. Well, I can pull out a 4. What kind of a 4? A positive 4. That matters because you do have to write the plus 4 here, or else it's not going to make a lot of sense. Okay? Now, if I write plus 4, what's left over? And the answer is going to be x plus 3. Do you notice something? Okay? And what you should notice is that x plus 3, once I did that first level of factoring, that's left over. And that's the same. So just like before, like pretend that just said y. If it was x to the third y plus 4y, you just pull out a y. Well, what do I get to do here? I can pull out the entire x plus 3. What's left over here? Oh, sorry. I don't want to parentheses that. My mistake. I got a little ahead of myself there. Okay. Well, actually, sorry. It is. And what's left over? I have my x plus 3. What's left over is my x cubed here and my plus 4. That's why it's really good to put the sign there. And that's going to be my answer. Okay. Let's do one with a few negatives on it. Okay, so let's take a look at this one up here. So when I take a look at this, I see that I have 4 different terms, but they don't share anything. I can't pull a 7 out of these 4. I can't pull a 14, a 9, or an 18. He has 4 x's, 3, 1, none. They've got nothing. But I do notice that on these two right here, they share some things in common, and these two share some things in common. So that looks like a really good candidate for a factor by grouping. Let's give it a try. Let's do this first one right here. I can pull out a 7. And I'm going to take a look at my letters, and I can pull out an x cubed. We should be getting really good at this by now. Okay, what am I left over here? An x minus 2. Okay, I'm assuming that you've worked on our what's the same, what's left over, and you feel pretty good about that. On the second side, I'm going to pull out a 9. What kind of a 9? A positive 9. So write plus 9. And what's left over? X minus 2. Okay, now I'm just looking at it as this term and that term. What's the same between those? Well, of course, the x minus 2 is the same. And what am I going to put in the second parenthesis? The answer is everything that's left over, which is 7x cubed and a positive 9. And that, my friends, is factor by grouping. Okay, if you take a look at the worksheets, the very first worksheet, they're all positive numbers. So it's a way to just figure out the grouping real quick, and it's pretty easy. If you're getting that right away, maybe don't do the whole sheet, and then go on and make sure you do some with some negative signs, which would be in version B and C. And I'll see you there, and hopefully you feel really good about factoring by grouping.